Welcome, my friends. Imagine this, a platter piled high with steaming, hot, glossy, glorious ribs. We're talking Korean-style perfection, coated in a sauce that's sweet, savory, a little spicy. The aroma alone is enough to make you weep. These ribs, they're more than just a meal. They are a statement, a culinary mic drop. The meat so incredibly tender it practically sighs off the bone. No need for a wrestling match here, no sir. Just pure, effortless, melt-in-your-mouth goodness. The flavors hit your palate like a symphony, a complex dance of gochujang, soy, garlic, and ginger. It's an explosion, a party in your mouth. And you're the guest of honor every single time. Making them yourself, that's a whole other level. It's about the pride, the process, the pure satisfaction, knowing you created this masterpiece from scratch. So get ready, buckle up, prepare your senses. We're about to embark on a journey to rib nirvana. Now, when I say fall off the bone tender, I mean it. Imagine meat so soft it barely clings to the bone. A gentle nudge with your fork, that's all it takes. The bone slides out clean like a magic trick, leaving behind nothing but succulent, juicy meat. This isn't that tough, chewy stuff you fight with. This is pure, tender bliss, a texture dream. What makes these Korean ribs so special? It's everything working together. It's the marinade, that magical concoction. It seeps deep into the meat, tenderizing, flavoring. It's the slow cooking process, patient and loving, allowing all those tough connective tissues to just give up, to melt away into gelatinous, rich goodness. This isn't fast food. This is soul food, crafted with care, designed for ultimate enjoyment. Forget everything you thought you knew about ribs. These Korean-style ribs are in a league of their own. Your journey to rib mastery starts right now. So, what's the deal with Korean ribs? It ain't just one thing, it's a whole vibe. At the heart of it, you got this incredible flavor profile. Think sweet, think savory, think a little bit of that spicy kick. Gochujang, that magical Korean chili paste, often plays a starring role. It brings depth, a fermented funk, and that beautiful red hue. This isn't just some generic barbecue sauce. This is a complex, layered taste sensation that sings. The savory notes come from good old soy sauce, the umami king. It lays down that salty, satisfying foundation. Then you've got a touch of sweetness, maybe from brown sugar, honey, or pear. This sweetness helps create that gorgeous glaze, that sticky, finger-licking coating we all crave. And let's not forget the aromatics, the unsung heroes. Garlic, and lots of it, brings that pungent, wonderful aroma and flavor. Ginger, fresh and zesty, cuts through the richness. Sometimes there's toasted sesame oil, nutty and fragrant. Each ingredient isn't just thrown in, it has a purpose. They work together, building layers of flavor. Now let's talk about that tenderness, that fall-off-the-bone magic. It's the hallmark of truly great ribs. When you make these Korean-style ribs right, that's exactly what you get. Meat so soft, it practically melts in your mouth. No aggressive chewing, no struggling with a knife, just pure, unadulterated, tender goodness. It's a texture that feels luxurious, decadent even. This isn't some happy accident, it's a deliberate outcome, achieved through understanding the meat and the method, a testament to patience and the power of slow cooking. Ribs, especially beef short ribs or pork ribs, have connective tissue, things like collagen, which can make meat tough if cooked quickly. But apply gentle, slow heat over a longer period, that collagen starts to break down. It melts into gelatin, which is what gives the meat that juicy, succulent feel. It's this transformation that makes the meat incredibly tender. So tender, in fact, that it really does struggle to stay on the bone. It's a beautiful process, turning something potentially tough into something wonderfully soft. That's the promise of these Korean-style ribs. Beyond the bite the Korean rib experience. Making and eating these Korean ribs, it's more than just dinner, it's an experience, a whole mood. Think about Korean BBQ, that communal, fun way of eating. Grilling meat together, sharing dishes, the sizzle, the smells. These ribs capture a piece of that spirit, even if you're making them at home, not over a tabletop grill. There's a sense of occasion, a feeling of something special. It's food that's meant to be enjoyed, savored, shared. It's not just fuel, it's a celebration of flavor, a nod to a rich culinary tradition that knows good food. And let's be real, these ribs are stunners. They look incredible on the plate, all glossy and inviting. The deep, rich color from the marinade, often a beautiful mahogany. Maybe a little bit of char if you finish them under the broiler or on the grill. Sprinkled with some toasted sesame seeds or fresh green onions. It's a feast for the eyes before it even hits your lips. Presentation matters, it sets the stage for what's to come. And these ribs, they always make a grand entrance. People see them and their eyes light up. All right, let's talk about the main event, the canvas for our masterpiece. The ribs themselves, obviously. This ain't no side dish. You got options, my friend. Beef short ribs are classic. Think big, meaty, ready for that slow braise. They get so tender, it's insane. Pure luxury. Or you can go with pork. Baby backs are popular. St. Louis-style ribs work great too. A bit meatier. Whichever you pick, get good quality. It matters. Seriously, don't skimp on the star player here. Your taste buds will thank you later, trust. So you're at the butcher or the meat aisle. What do you look for? Look for ribs with a good amount of meat on them. Nobody wants a bony, sad-looking rack. That's just depressing. For beef ribs, a little marbling is your friend. That's fat, that's flavor. For pork, you want them looking plump, not dried out. Avoid the ones with huge slabs of surface fat. Okay, the ribs are chosen. Now for the soul of the dish. The marinade, man. This is where the flavor party starts. This ain't just some afterthought sauce you drizzle on top. This is the lifeblood, the essence, the whole damn point. First up, the backbone soy sauce. Good quality stuff. It brings that deep, savory, umami punch, salty goodness. This is the foundation we build everything else on. It's like the bass line in your favorite track. Essential, and it sets the whole mood right. Don't even think about using the cheap stuff. Next, we need to balance that savory saltiness. That's where the sweet stuff comes in. It's key. Brown sugar is a classic, adds a molasses step. Honey works too, gives it a nice sheen, a different sweetness. Some folks even use grated Korean pear or apple. Super traditional. This sweetness isn't just for taste though. It helps create that beautiful sticky glaze when it cooks. That caramelization is what dreams are made of. Now we get to the real game changers. First and foremost, gochujang, Korean chili paste. It's not just heat, it's got this deep, savory, slightly sweet, fermented flavor. It gives your ribs that signature Korean kick. Then there's gochugaru, Korean chili flakes. These are different from your regular red pepper flakes. They bring a different kind of heat, often fruity, sometimes smoky. You can use them with gochujang, or sometimes instead of it. Using these staples is what makes the dish authentic. First things first, let's get our hands dirty with these ribs. See that thin, shiny skin? That's the membrane, it needs to go. Grab it with a paper towel for good grip, then pull. This step is a game changer for tender, flavorful ribs. Pat those ribs down until they're nice and dry. This helps our magical marinade cling on tight. Now let's talk marinade ingredients, the soul of the operation. These are your heavy hitters, the core flavor crew. Now, whisk it all together. You want everything to dissolve and become one glorious mixture. This isn't just a sauce, it's a promise of what's to come. All right, your marinade is mixed, smelling like heaven. Your ribs are prepped, dry, and ready for their bath. Pour that beautiful, dark, rich marinade all over the ribs. Don't just dump it, get your hands in there. This keeps the ribs in constant contact with the sauce. Now for the toughest part of this whole operation, waiting. You need at least a few hours, say 4 to 6 minimum. But if you can swing it, let them marinate overnight. Your ribs are getting ready for their moment in the heat. Cooking low, slow, and steady. The marination is done, the flavors have mingled. Now it's time to cook these bad boys into tender submission. The key here is low, slow, and steady heat. Both paths lead to that glorious fall-off-the-bone destination. Choose the one that suits your style and your day. Let the low heat work its magic. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Okay, the slow cook is complete. You've achieved peak tenderness. Carefully take those ribs out of the oven or slow cooker. They're going to be hot and steamy, so be gentle. Behold their glory. They look amazing already, right? But hold your horses. We're not quite at the finish line. See all that liquid gold in the bottom of the pan or slow cooker? That's not just juice. That's concentrated flavor treasure. Do not, I repeat, do not throw that precious liquid away. It's packed with all the marinade goodness and meat essence. We're going to turn that into an incredible glaze. Time to make that sticky, finger-licking glaze. Carefully pour all that cooking liquid into a saucepan. If there's a lot of visible fat floating on top, you can skim some off. A little fat is good for flavor, but you don't want an oil slick. Place the saucepan over medium heat on the stovetop. Bring that liquid to a gentle simmer. You want to let it bubble away and reduce down. It will thicken up, concentrating all those amazing flavors. This might take 10 to 15 minutes, maybe more. Stir occasionally. It'll become syrupy, a beautiful glossy coating. Now for the grand finale, that irresistible char and caramelization. Your ribs are tender, your glaze is ready. Gently brush that thickened glaze all over the ribs. Get it on every surface, top and bottom. Be generous. Then you have a couple of options for this final step. You can pop them under a preheated broiler for a few minutes. Keep a very close eye on them. Sugar burns fast. Or fire up your grill and give them a quick kiss of flame. You're looking for that beautiful, slightly charred, bubbly glaze. That sticky, sweet, and savory perfection. One last tiny bit of patience, I promise. Once they're beautifully glazed and slightly charred, take them off the heat. Let them rest for about 5 to 10 minutes before you attack. This allows the juices inside the meat to redistribute, making them even more succulent and flavorful when you bite in. While they're resting, you can sprinkle them with some toasted sesame seeds. Maybe some finely chopped green onions for a pop of color and freshness. Then slice them between the bones or serve the rack whole. Step back, admire your work, and prepare for the applause. You've just created fall-off-the-bone Korean rib magic. Alright, so you know the basics now. You got the marinade, the cooking, but you want to take these ribs from damn good to holy smokes. What is this? I got a little something for you, a personal trick I swear by. You gotta let those ribs soak overnight, minimum. Trust me, this is where the real magic starts to happen. It's not just a coating, it becomes part of the rib itself. Man, it was like a flavor explosion. The secret was just giving those ribs a longer spa day. This simple act of patience elevates the entire dish. That's how you get ribs that people talk about for weeks. Low and slow, that's the golden rule. The battlefield often comes down to the oven or the slow cooker. Both can get you to that fall-off-the-bone promised land. But I've logged serious hours with both. It's not always about which one is better overall. Sometimes convenience is king, other times you want a certain finish. The slow cooker is your buddy for busy days. Load it up, set it to low, and walk away. It's almost impossible to dry out your ribs in there. They get incredibly tender, practically melting. Then you got the oven method, braising them in a covered pan, low and slow. There's more potential for some natural caramelization on the edges. Glaze them up real good, and finish them under the broiler or on a hot grill. It's like the best of both worlds, a true power move. Section 3. Level up your spread sides and style points. Listen, these Korean ribs are the star of the show, no question. They're the headliner, the main event, the reason everyone's gathered. The right side dishes don't just fill the plate, they complete the experience. They provide contrast, balance, and make the whole meal sing. This is how you turn a great dish into an epic feast. It's about creating that full, satisfying Korean BBQ vibe at home. My go-to absolute must-have side, steamed white rice, simple, perfect. Then you need some kimchi. It's a palate cleanser, a flavor booster, an essential part of the experience. Now let's talk presentation, because we eat with our eyes first. Use a nice big platter. Give them some space to shine. Garnish is your friend. Toasted sesame seeds are a must. These little touches elevate the dish from homemade to restaurant-worthy. It's all about creating an atmosphere of abundance and enjoyment. Section 1. Tying it all together, the rib rundown. We've been on a wild ride, huh? From dreaming about those glossy, perfect ribs, to now knowing exactly how to make them. It's been a journey for real, a tasty one. We talked about that insane, mind-blowing tenderness, that fall-off-the-bone promise I made you. Listen, that's not just some fancy talk. It's exactly what you're going to achieve. These Korean-style ribs, they're a whole new world. Get ready for the oohs, the ahs, the applause. Remember the essentials, my friend, the building blocks. Picking the right cut of meat, that's always step one. Beef short ribs for luxury, pork baby backs for classic goodness. Your call, whatever makes your heart sing. Then, the marinade. Oh man, that glorious magical sauce. Soy sauce, gochujang, tons of garlic, fresh ginger, a little sweetness. That's the heart and soul of this whole operation right there. Don't skimp on that marinating time. Let those flavors get friendly. Let them seep in deep, make themselves at home. And the cooking process itself? Low and slow, always. That's the mantra we live by for tender meat. Your oven, your slow cooker, whatever your weapon of choice. Patience is the secret ingredient here. Let that heat do its gentle work. It's transforming something good into something unbelievable. Turning potentially tough meat into pure, melty tenderness. It's like alchemy. Then that final glaze, that beautiful, sticky char. That's the mic drop moment, you feel me? The part that makes everyone lean in, eyes wide. So what have we really learned through all this? It's way more than just another recipe to follow. It's a technique, a kind of cooking philosophy almost. It's about taking simple, honest ingredients, and with a bit of your love, your care, and your patience, turning them into something truly spectacular, something unforgettable. You've got the blueprint now, the complete guide. The map to undisputed rib heaven is officially in your hands. Use it wisely, use it often, and spread the joy. Your kitchen, your rules. Make it happen. Now it's your turn to step up to the plate. You've got all the knowledge you need. I've laid it all out for you, no secrets held back. It's time to unleash your inner rib master. Go on. I believe in you. You got this. That's the real beauty of cooking, isn't it? Section 3. Go get your rib glory. Picture this scene for me just for a second. Your kitchen filled with the most incredible, mouth-watering aroma. Friends and family gathered round, their anticipation building, their eyes absolutely wide with excitement when you bring out that platter, piled high with your magnificent homemade Korean-style ribs, glistening under the lights, steaming gently, practically singing a siren song. Yeah, that's gonna be you. That's the reaction you're gonna get. That's the power you now possess in your own two hands. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing, ain't it? There's something truly special, almost sacred about making food like this. Food that makes people genuinely happy, that brings them closer together. It's not just about filling empty bellies. It's about feeding souls, creating memories. The immense pride you'll feel, knowing you created this masterpiece from scratch. That feeling of accomplishment, that deep satisfaction, that's something you can't buy in any store, my friend. It's earned, one delicious, perfectly tender rib at a time. You built this. You made this happen. Savor that feeling. So, what are you really waiting for now? Seriously, you've got the passion, you've got the desire burning inside, you've got the complete plan, the step-by-step guide to greatness. These Korean-style ribs are calling your name. Can you hear them? They're whispering sweet, savory, and spicy nothings in your ear. This isn't just about making dinner, it's a culinary adventure. A fantastic chance to create something truly memorable, something legendary. To become a rib hero, a legend in your own kitchen, your own neighborhood. Go on, get those ingredients lined up on your counter. Get in that kitchen and make some noise, make some magic. Make some incredible smells, make some unbelievably delicious food. Don't just read about it or dream about it, go out and live it. Cook it, savor it, and most importantly, share it with people you love. And always remember that fall-off-the-bone tender dream. It's not just a fantasy, it's your delicious, achievable reality. Now go make some damn good ribs. You totally got this. For more amazing food and drinks, tips and recipes, subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon so you never miss an update from us. Tell us about your thoughts in the comments section. Check out our other videos for more culinary inspiration. We love you. Until next time, keep cooking, stay adventurous.